Welcome to this Microsoft Excel basic tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you most of the basics that you need to know to get started using Microsoft Excel. And also I'll be using some basic formulas here so that you can be familiar with those as well. There will be many other advanced tutorials in this channel. You can check this out. Now stay put and keep watching. Here I'm using Microsoft Excel 2016. If you are using older version or newer version, I think there will be slight difference, but most of the functions almost similar. At least 95% are similar. So keep watching. At first, let's talk about the layout. Here on top, we can see Home tab, Insert tab, Page Layout tab, Formulas, Data tab, and each tab has a ribbon. This is the ribbon, and this ribbon is divided into groups. If we click on Home tab, we can see this font group, this alignment group, this number group, this is style group, and under this group we can see a small icon here. We can call it launch button. By default, Excel has small space for each group. This group cannot contain all the functions, so that is why this launch button to get more functions. Okay, and now this is formula bar, and this is columns. This is A column, this is B column, this is C column, this is D column. There are many more columns here, and this is the row here. Row number 1, number 2, row number 3, and this is the worksheet or spreadsheet we will work in. In this spreadsheet, these are the cells, and each cell has a name. If we click on a cell here, the name of this cell will be C6. Because C column intersects with row number 6 here, so the name of this cell is C6. Look at here, the name is C6. If we select another cell here, the name of this cell will be E7. Okay, now let's talk about the range. Range, if we select two or more cells together at a time next to each other, that is called a range. Range can be like this, like that, like this. Okay, if we select these cells together, this is a range, because this range starts from D6 and ends at F10. So the name of this range will be D6 colon F10. If we write the name of this range here, D6 colon F10, this is the name of this range. These names are quite important because we will do many things with this name, especially when we will work with formulas. Okay, now I'm going to press escape from the keyboard to get out of this because I don't need this data right now. And now look at here at the bottom. This is sheet 1 by default. This is the sheet 1 we are working on. If we want, we can rename this sheet by double clicking here, or just click the right button of your mouse, and from here we can rename this. So let's rename this sheet as a result sheet and press enter. So we have renamed this sheet as result sheet 1. If we want to add more sheet here, just click here. Okay, we can take as many sheet as you want. Now go back to our result sheet 1. This is the particular sheet we will be working on, and all the sheets together makes a workbook. Now look at the right bottom corner here. This is the zoom panel. Click and drag the slider rightward or leftward to zoom in or zoom out. Okay, to do this quickly, just press Ctrl key on your keyboard and move the mouse wheel up or down. Okay, so this is how we can zoom in or zoom out. Okay, these were the background information you need to start working on Microsoft Excel. Here we can see the result sheet spelling is not right. To make it correct, just double click here. When you select the name, click once again and write E. Okay, press enter. Now let's go to work on this worksheet. Okay, we select a cell here and write here a result sheet. Press enter. and we have entered our data successfully. When we press enter, the selection goes down automatically. Just press enter, selection goes down. Press enter, it goes down. Press enter, it goes down. But if we press shift plus enter together, the selection goes up. Okay, press enter, selection goes down. Shift plus enter, selection goes up. Okay, now we can see our data is quite big and has gone too far outside of this cell, as if it is overlapping this cell, but not that. The data is here in this cell. Okay, if we select this cell and look at this formula bar, we can see the result sheet is written here. But if we select this cell here, there is no data here. Okay, so that means the data is here. So don't worry if the data is big, but if you want, you can fix this just to make it look nicer. Bring your cursor here between these two columns and your cursor changes to double-sided arrow. Click and drag to fit the data. Okay, now I'm going to write some data here to make your result sheet. Press enter, write name, press tab from the keyboard, write the subject's name, press tab, press tab, press tab. Okay, if we press tab, the selection goes to the right. Press tab, selection goes to the right. Okay, and if we press shift plus tab together on the keyboard, selection goes to the left. Okay, selection goes to the left. Alright, the other way you can navigate, we can use arrow key from the keyboard. Okay, now I want to select this cell to write the name of the students. Okay, press enter. I will go a little faster here. Okay, now if I press enter, the selection will go down. But now I need to go to the next column. To go to next column, I can navigate from the keyboard, press arrow key, go right, then go up, like this. Okay, but if we make a whole selection, then we can work quite faster. To do that, press Ctrl plus star from the keyboard and select all the data together. Okay, now we notice the first cell is highlighted with white color. Okay, if we write here any data, the data will be inserted in this cell, but we see our cell is already occupied, so we don't need to write here anything. So press enter, go down, press enter, go down, or press tab from the keyboard, go to the right cell. Okay, we put the numbers, press enter, and press enter, go to the right column. Now if we press enter again, the selection will go to the first cell. Okay, press enter. This is how, if we make a selection, we can work very fast. Okay, now let's go to result sheet. This text result sheet here is our title. What if we want to add some more words with this title? Like if I want to write here result sheet for semester 1. If I select this cell and if I write anything here, this text will be replaced because I am on the cell, not in the cell. There is a difference between being on the cell and in the cell. So to go to inside the cell, I have to double click here. So double click here and write here semester 1. Okay, press enter. Okay, now let's talk about the font first. If we select a cell here and go here, you can see our font style is Calibri. Inside this drop down menu there are plenty of styles. We can pick any one we like. Okay, pick a style. Okay, let's say we pick Arial. Alright, and then here we can see the font size. In this drop down menu we can increase our font size or decrease our font size. Okay, we pick font size 14, and this is increase font size and decrease font size. If we click here, the font size will increase, and if we click here, the font size will decrease. Okay, and this is for bold. If we click here, we will get the bold style. Okay, or from the keyboard we can press Ctrl+B. Click here, we get the bold style, and this is for italic. If we click here, we will get the style italic, or from keyboard we can press Ctrl+I. Okay, we'll get the italic. We don't need italic. Click once again, and this is for underline. We have two options here: single line underline and double underline. We can pick any one. Okay, so we get this underline. Now we don't need this one, just click once again. Okay, now this is border option. Let's say we select a cell here and go here and click bottom border. That means we get a border at the bottom. Okay, select the cell again and you go here, click on all borders. That means we get all side border here. Okay, other option here. Okay, let's say we click draw border. That means if we want, we can draw border according to our choice. Okay, so click undo and go here again, draw border grid. That means we can get a draw border grid. Okay, so undo again. Okay, let's say we want to erase border. So at first we draw border grid and go here and click on erase border, and we can erase whatever border we want to erase. We can erase. Okay, and then this is line color. That means we can pick any color we want. Let's choose the red color, and if we draw, the border color will be red. Okay, then if we pick the line style, you see, if we pick this style, the border style will be like this. Okay, so undo this, undo this, undo this, or we just select all border here and go here, click no border. Okay, and the line color we take back to black, and the border style change to no border. Okay, there are many other options here, you can check those for yourself. Okay, and select a cell here, and this is our fill color. If I click here, I can pick any color to fill the background of this cell. Okay, let's pick a color here. Okay, if I want, I can select all here and I can pick any color to fill the background. Okay, for now I don't need this one, so I just click no fill. Okay, and now this font color, if I select this cell and I go here, I can pick any color for my font. Okay, let's pick the red color. Alright, and now this is alignment groups. These three alignment tools are for the rows and these three are for the columns. Just to understand, just let's increase the size of the rows, click and drag. Okay, now if I select this cell and click here, top align, the data will go to the top, and if I click here, the data will come to the middle, and if I click here, the data will be aligned to the bottom. Okay, just click hit middle align. Alright, and now these three for the columns. Okay, let's select a column here, and if we click here, align left, all the text will go to the left. And if I click here, it will come to the middle. If I click here, it will be aligned to the right. Okay, and now this is orientation. Just to understand that, let's make a cell or row bigger, select a cell here, and from here click here. So the text is aligned like this. If I click here again and click here, text will be aligned like that. To go back to previous position, I can click undo here, or from keyboard I can press Ctrl Z, or from here, from format cell alignment, I can edit the position here as well. If I put 0 here, or if I click and drag here, I got the previous position of the text. Okay, so I understand that. And now this is indent. Okay, just select a cell. If I click here, it will go right. If I click here, it will go left. Okay, now this one, wrap text. For example, we can select a cell and input some data. Press enter. As we see, our data is going beyond this cell, beyond this column. If we select this cell and press wrap text, the data will be aligned inside this column. Okay, so this is how we can use wrap text. Alright, we delete from the keyboard, and this one is merge. For example, if we select some cells here and put the borders, select a cell here, write some data, press enter. Okay, we select these 4 cells together, go here, merge cells. That means these 4 cells becomes one cell, and go here, unmerge the cell. Okay, now it is unmerged again. Okay, and if I select all the cells together and go here and merge and center, these 4 cells will be merged together and the data will come to the center. Okay, now if we select this one and go here and merge across, these cells will be merged like this. Okay, so we select all the cell, go here, unmerged. Okay, so all the cells are unmerged again. Okay, now from here we press delete from the keyboard and go here, click on no border. Okay, now let's go to work on our result sheet. We will add some more data here because we will use some basic formulas here. Okay, select a cell here, right here, total marks, tab, average marks, press enter. Select all these cells together and go here, all border. Okay, and now we can select this together and click here, center and merge. Okay, now we can give a fill color to our title cell. Just go here and select any color, light blue, and these are our headings. So just select all these and give a bold look. Click on bold. Okay, give a fill color. Okay, we pick a fill color here. Alright, now it looks quite nice. Look at here, this data seems to be going beyond this column. To fix this, go here and increase the size of the column. Click and drag. But I want to show a quick shortcut. If I select these 2 columns, or if I select all the column and I take my cursor in between any 2 columns, the cursor changes to double-sided arrow, and if I double click, all the columns will fit the text according to its size. Okay, now we can use formulas here, but before that let's talk about this section, cut, copy, format. Okay, select a cell here and write some data. Okay, press enter, and if we select this cell and go here, click on cut, or from keyboard we can press Ctrl plus X, click and select a cell here, and From keyboard we can press Ctrl plus V, or we can click on paste here. So this data will be cut from here and will come here. Okay, click undo. If we select this cell again and if I click on copy, or from keyboard we can press Ctrl plus C, click here and select a cell here and click on paste, this data will be copied from here. Okay, so click undo and let's select this cell and add some style here. Let's say click bold and italic, underline, and select fill color. Okay, now we select this cell and click on format painter, and if we drag these cells and select, this style will be copied to these cells as well. Okay, alright, click undo. Double click on any cell to deselect this. Okay, now let's talk about the formula. Let's select a cell in the total marks column. These are the subjects wise number, and we will add all the number together and get total amount here. To add these numbers we will use auto sum. From keyboard we can press Alt plus equal sign, or we can go here. This is our auto sum function. We can click here and we get this auto sum function inside our cell. Okay, every formula start with equal sign, and this sum is for adding, and within this bracket this is the range we already have spoken about. You see the B3, that means this range starts from B3 cells and ends at D3 cell. Now if we press enter, we will get the total amount. Okay, you must be wondering why this auto sum calculate this range, because by default auto sum understand that it have to calculate the nearest range of cells. Now if we change any number in any cell here, this total will be updated automatically. Let's say we change this number to 90, press enter. We see this number is updated. And now we want to apply the same formula into these cells. Instead of inserting the formula again and again, we can copy the formula and paste here. Okay, just select the cell and right click and copy and select all this cell together, and from keyboard press enter. So we copy the formula from here and paste into these cells. And now the average marks. Average means we understand the total amount divided by the count. If we select a cell here and put average formula here and we select this range, we will get average here. Okay, we have to write it from the keyboard because only auto sum formula have shortcut from the keyboard out of 450 formulas in Excel. Okay, write equal sign then average, AV. If we write AVE, we can see plenty of formulas popping up. You see the average is here. If we select average from the keyboard, we can press down arrow and we can see the description here. Okay, so we press tab just to insert the formula inside the cell, and we select this range here. Okay, and we close the bracket here and we press enter. So we get the average mark here. Now I will copy this formula and paste into these cells, and this time I will use my cursor. Okay, I select this cell and I bring my cursor to the right bottom corner of the cell, and my cursor changes to a plus sign. I click and drag down. Okay, now I got this average marks in my all cells. So viewers, this was the basic foundation of Microsoft Excel. In the next, I will upload more advanced level tutorials. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel for more Excel, Photoshop, Illustrator and video editing tutorials.